I was gonna go on a date tonight, but I'm not going to. So I'm gonna sit here and answer questions in a video from Tumblr, right? So this one's been sitting in my ask box for a while, and it's kind of like an in-depth thing, so I just haven't answered it yet. It's from Ghost of an Idea, and she says, another creepy nosy question from your creepy nosy fan club. You say you just started to properly love yourself and get into fat acceptance since last year. Was it one of the reasons your relationship with Ian started to go down? You know, that maybe he did not like the way you loved yourself and your body and still believed in the whole what about your health thing and being an overall fatphobic, or just let's see each other in secret, turn off the lights kind of guy. I'm asking because I'm about to get married to this wonderful man who has been with me for 7 years through thick and thicker. LMAO. That made me laugh, actually. And I got into fat acceptance about 3 years ago, being more passionate about it since last year. He's always been a feminist, but he's just learning a lot about fat acceptance and health at every size, and agreeing with me when I fat rant, and even starts fat rants himself, although he's quite skinny and speaks from the point of view of an ally. Loves it with the lights on, kisses and cuddles in public, cheers me up when I feel poopy, etc. Still fucks it up with comments like, that girl is too skinny to be an athlete, and calling female plus-size clothing proper sizes. But it's all baby steps, and I'll sort him out. I don't think I would stand for it if he ever went all fatphobic and uncomfortable with my body. So this is like heavy, no pun intended. But yeah, well, yeah, it did have, I would say, a fair amount to do with mine and Ian's separation. He was never fatphobic about me. He's always liked my body. I mean, I've always been fat, so I mean, he's never known me to not be fat. There was like my stint on Weight Watchers where I lost a lot of weight and I was pretty unhappy, but I gained it back. Anyways, it was difficult with Ian because he thought I was okay, but that other fat bodies weren't okay. And he was definitely like, what about your health? And like, you guys are putting a lot of weight, haha, on the healthcare system and blah, 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 blah. And like, even to this day, it just blows my mind just how, like, I don't know, ignorant he would be to things. There was a point, like, a definite, like, turning point in the relationship when I got into FA, when I made it clear that I didn't want to hear his negative comments about other people's bodies. Like, very, like, big moment happened just a couple months into, like, posting on Fashionista. Ian asked to see my laptop. I handed him my laptop. He was looking something up. And I had Fashionista Flickr up on my page, and there was a picture of one of my absolute favorite fashionistas on the planet. Anyways, he grabs my laptop. He's like, whoa, that's a big girl. And I was like, yeah, that's a big girl. Like, what about it? And he was like, I just wasn't expecting that. It was just really, like, I just wasn't expecting it. And I was like, okay. I was like, but why did you feel the need to, like, comment on it? And he was like, well, if you handed me your computer and Tub Girl was on it, I would have said the same thing. And I'd be lying if I said I never wanted to, like, hit him more than I wanted to hit him then. But I certainly wanted to just, like, slap him and be like, you did not just compare a fat body in this beautiful fucking dress that fits her gorgeously to Tub Girl. It was definitely, like, we had a very long conversation after that. Ian's resistant to change. Like, that's always been, like, the biggest issue. I mean, he just doesn't understand change, doesn't understand people growing and learning and blah, 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 blah. So there was that, and then we had another conversation. We were driving downtown. It was like around homecoming time or something, and there was this fat girl in this awesome red dress. Like, girl was working it, and he was like, whoa, did you see that? And I was like, hell yeah, I did. Like, it's just, I mean, for me, it's especially like really exciting for me to see fat teenage girls not being afraid, because I certainly was. And he definitely didn't mean it in like a, whoa, did you see her rocking that sort of way. He said it in like a, whoa, did you see that fat chick in a dress kind of way, which was just so upsetting. And I made it very clear to him then. I was like, keep these thoughts to yourself. Like, ideally, you wouldn't be thinking these horrible things, but I realize that you're gonna think them. Don't share it with me, okay? And that worked for a little while, but then it got into like other things, just general like body policing of everybody, and then we got into a fight about candy, okay? This was Easter time, so this was like very recent. It was one of the last straws for me. This is really uneven. What's wrong with my boobs? Oh no, that just made it worse. Anyways, sorry. I'm distracted by my boobs. So Easter time, we got some candy. I got like some Cadbury caramel eggs, because the regular Cadbury eggs are gross. And like Reese's peanut butter eggs. Like I had like 3 pieces of the candy. And like that, I'd offered Ian some. He said he didn't want any. Then later that night, he asked for some. And because I'm just like a jokester, I was like, no, sorry, I ate it all. And he was like, you ate all of that candy? Okay, guys, there was like 6 pieces of candy, okay? 6 pieces of candy. It's really not that big of a deal. So anyways, he was like, you ate all of that candy? And I was like, so what if I did eat all of the candy? Like, I bought the candy because I wanted to eat it. I didn't buy it to look at it. Got into this big conversation about how this is my body and what I put in it is my choice. And quite frankly, 6 pieces of candy really isn't the end of the world. And I'm like, you've never had 6 pieces of candy ever? You've never done that? And he's like, well, I don't know. Well, you have. I know you have, because I've lived with you for 6 years and I've seen you do it. And he was like, well, it's just not good for you. And I was like, do you really think that the candy that I had today is gonna really affect me like forever? Was it really that big of a deal that I had this candy? Anyways, it's really, really, really difficult to have a partner who doesn't understand it. It's not that he was never like supportive. He supported what I did and what I continue to do, but he just doesn't get it, and he doesn't want to be a part of it. So the fact that your dude seems to be like into it and stuff, that's pretty cool. Why is my TV going crazy? Sorry. So that's good. Good on you. Thumbs up to him. I would say it's, it's probably equally frustrating if you have somebody who thinks that thin bodies are the ones that are bad or whatever. Because all bodies are good bodies. I mean, we say that over and over and over again, and hopefully people are gonna start listening to it. So this is a really long video, and I'm gonna stop it now. Sorry I got like all ranty and rambly over now. But hopefully that explains it to some of you, and hopefully you guys surround yourself with people who get it.